Are you ready for your summer glow up? For each energy type in your human design, I'm going to break down the best ways that you can utilize this heat, summertime, vacation mode on to elevate your frequency, turn into your most radiant, authentic self, and come back with all of the ducks in a row and ready to conquer the world. Let's dive deep. Welcome to the Human Design Portal, your safe space to decondition and up-level so that you can attract the right people, opportunities, and chances into your life. If you're new here, my name is Michael Gabriela and I'm a Human Design leader, a deconditioning expert, and the founder of the Transformational Human Design certification, and I am here to give you the major summer glow up so that you can conquer anything and everything that you desire when you come back from this little summer break. So let's dive into what a summer glow actually entails, how you can use your energetic authenticity to achieve what you're looking for, and how you can utilize this little summer break to bring out the best out of you. So here's the thing, it's hot, I'm sweating, I'm melting, so that you guys don't complain about my sound in the comments. I have all of the windows closed, there is no fan, there is no air conditioning, and I am melting away, but I am here to support you into utilizing this little break to actually connect to your most authentic self. And I want to help you understand how you can use your energetic authenticity for your type in human design to really narrow down and double down on who you've come to be and be able to utilize this time where we have a bit more freedom, where we have less commitment, where things feel expansive because we're warm, it's fluid, things feel more moldable. I want to utilize this time so that you can really get the most out of this little summer break that we mostly all have, at least on this hemisphere of the world, to get ready. If you're ready for your summer glow up and want to have more information on how to utilize your energy type and human design to up level this summer, we have created a free members area where you can download the Human Design and Health PDF that will help and support you on your journey to becoming your most radiant magnetic self. Click the link in the description below to join the Uprising Club, and I can't wait to see you inside the absolute free of charge member area. Summer glow up for you as a projector, which is also me. So what happens? I know, dear projector, and I love you so much, dear projector, I know that you are grinding to get your success and that you are trying to figure out how the heck to wait for the effing invitation so you can get what your soul knows belongs to you. But I want you to use the summertime to really rest. I want you to really use this time where the pressure is a little bit lower, where expectations are a little bit softer, to lean back into that feminine energy and allow yourself to open up to receive. I want you to really put like vacation mode is on in your brain so that you can tap into the softness of your energetic authenticity. So you can start creating that trust muscle with the universe that it's safe for you to be you. Now that the stakes are not as high because you're probably not like, trying to apply for a job or like doing things that are extremely intense and goal oriented, and you're like hopefully have a little time to like decompress, I want you to really rest. I want you to book a vacation where you're lying on the beach, where you're getting fresh coconut served, where you're sleeping your 9-10 hours a day. And I know like me, like I'm a mom, I'm probably not gonna sleep 8 hours a day or 9 hours a day, although, we're figuring out, as my daughter's getting older, we're figuring different tactics out. But I want you to really focus on nourishing your body with light, easy to digest food. I want you to be horizontally as much as you can, because every time we lie horizontally, that signal energy gets released and we don't like hold on to it too much. I want you to just like fry yourself in the sun, wear sunscreen, or don't, whatever you believe is the safest. But, don't get burned is what I'm trying to say. Take care of yourself, be soft with yourself, don't push yourself. Take a break if you're doing like very high intense training. Just allow your body, your mind, your soul, your energy to rest. Try to not overly, use your penitive aura. If you haven't found your niche as a projector, take your energy back. Don't try to analyze and help everybody in your life or try to figure out what they need. try to take your energy back and really focus on looking at yourself. Look at the things that you have achieved this year. Look at the things that you have learned this year. Look at the things that you have become more aware of this year or this like first 6 months of the 7 months of the year, and really bring that energy back. And what I recommend for projectors, because this is the way that you build auric strength, is that you read something, you pick up something new you want to learn about, you can start a workshop or a course. All of these things that are nourishing your intellect and you're nourishing your own curiosity from the inside out will create a strong barrier, a strong magnetic, energetic body. And so as a projector, I really recommend that you rest, that you do things that are super chill. That's what I'm gonna do anyways. And that you do something that nourishes your mind, your curiosity. Learning is such an important aspect of being a projector that I want you to just take that into account. If you've been learning all year because you're a mental projector and you never know when to stop learning, stop learning. Stop, please stop learning. You don't need to learn anymore. But if you've been really busy with trying to like scale your business or push hard in your job, your work, or like, you know, if you've been like doing the mostest in a physical, like pushing energy wise, I want you to take a moment and really focus on something that can nourish your soul from the inside out. Okay, my juicy generators. I want you to take an effing break, okay? I want you to really look at your sacral center. I want you to imagine you have a treasure box, and I want you to assess how many compromises you're currently making that are draining your energy are not a hell yes. And I want you to start using conscious communication and delegation for this little, you know, summer break window that we have, and really focus on letting go of the shoulds and the musts and double down on the joy and the excitement of things. So maybe you've been so stressed at work that you let aside your gym practice. Go back to the gym. That is something that's going to soothe your soul and balance your energies. Maybe you have overcommitted yourself with, you know, doing too many whatever, extracurricular activities or too much, whatever it is, it's probably work. If you and I are honest, you're probably overextending yourself at work, trying to help and support everybody, trying to meet everybody's expectations. But I want you to really move out of that and go back to the things that bring you joy. I want you to find little pockets of joy during your day. I want you to find an environment of people who really want to support to heal your sacral center. Because the moment that you start really like enjoying that freedom of not having too much expectations, of not needing to meet deadlines, of not, you know, like having to say yes to your boss, to your girlfriend, to your friends, and really like finding an environment that is like open to supporting your yes-no sacral impulses and response, that is going to be so nourishing in your aura. It's going to become so magnetic that you'll come back from the vacation, it'll be like pam, pam, pam. You'll have so much cool stuff entering your life, new opportunities, new lovers, new experience, abundance, money. You know, it's going to be so plentiful if right now you just take this little moment to really double down on allowing yourself to feel safe doing the thing that excites you unapologetically. And that does not mean being ruthless, and that does not mean not thinking about others, but it's really about being able to communicate your needs, being able to communicate your desire to create more freedom within yourself, and making these little pockets of excitement available to you. And this can be from what you eat. Maybe you always have your routine way of eating. Maybe you step out of that and you discover a new fruit or a new salad. Maybe you're traveling to somewhere beautiful and you're like just enjoying the texture of the sand on your feet. Like whatever it is, but I want you to really take that in. And I want you to invest your energy into things that nourish you back. I want you to invest your energy in things where you feel you're getting energy back. This can be a beautiful, nourishing conversation with a friend where you don't feel judged, where you don't have to compromise and don't feel you have to people please. This can be reading one of those books that is taking over the internet, whose name right now I've forgotten, and I think I might also buy because everybody's addicted to it, and it's some like, I don't know, romance, science fiction. Don't kill me in the comments. I think it's Red with a dragony thing. I don't know. It's a series of stuff. Whatever. Please, if this is swimming when at dawn or at midnight, whatever it is, allow yourself to tap into your inner child. Talk to your inner child. Like, what are the things you'd love to do as a kid? Was it pottery? Was it painting? Was it dancing? Do it without thinking about the outcome. A lot of us stop doing the things we really enjoy because that won't make you money or you're not good at that. It doesn't matter. We're not here for the output. We're here for how you feel while you're doing what you're doing. Let's move on to the manifestor. My dear manifestor. This is your opportunity to plug out, unwind, and stop trying to pretend to be part of the hustle of the generators and the manifesting generators. This is your time to really allow yourself to rest so that the creative urges can come, and allow yourself to be taken into that journey. And if this means that you're just craving more alone time because you haven't mastered the art of informing yet, that's fine. You do you, find your process. If you're, like renting a little cabin on the mountain or near the ocean, and all you're doing is like mapping out the big grand vision for your business, or working on an art piece, or taking your camera for a walk and photographing whatever it is that you're passionate about, allow yourself to really listen to that creative urge and where it wants to take you. And if that is a time where you're really just enjoying that oneness with yourself, that one-on-one time where you're sitting in your own energy, where you are the master of creating peace within your environment, where you're able to really find that steady energy that grounds you within yourself, where you're constantly and actively reinforcing that your bigness and your strength and your authority is not threatening and is not a misuse of power, but it's actually this incredible capacity to expand peacefulness into the world around you, into the environment around you. When you're really connecting to that deep inner calmness that you're able to exude, that is when you're in your most powerful. The power doesn't come from intense arguing, aggressiveness, and like dominance. It actually comes from peace. It actually comes from calmness. And so allow yourself to take this little summer vacation to have an incredible manifestor glow up. Like the way that I love a manifestor when they're aligned, it is just the most, I don't know if this is because I'm a projector and I'm like very feminine energy, so manifestors with their masculine energy, just like, I'm like so grateful every time I meet a manifestor in their energy, and I'm just like, oh, I can relax now, they've got it. And so I want you to do that. I want you to find peace in this sense of like aloneness, which doesn't equal loneliness, but it is really, this constant conversation with your inner self and your inner child to create this very serene surrounding. So that's what I want you to do. I want you to plug out from the busyness. I want you to stop trying to, keep up with the world. I want you to go to a cabin, rent a hotel for 3 days, whatever it is that can bring you this sense of solitude in the most positive way, where you're just connecting to your own rhythm, where you're able to sleep in, to go to sleep late, where you're able to rest. Again, like projectors, horizontally is great because you're releasing your sacral energy. And from there on, really connecting to what peace feels like for you. And what are the things that you could implement into your daily life once this kind of like summer break is over to continue to apply that? And how it feels within you when you are in this peaceful power, and how it can feel when you're spreading that with other people. And I want you to really allow yourself to connect to those urges, again, without focusing on how much money they will bring or will they have an impact. I feel like this is a really big conversation for manifestors, which is like, oh, you're the manifestor, you're the leader, you hold the vision. And you'll feel already like you have so much responsibility that often you can get sideblinded or you can get discouraged from following your inner urge because it's like it has to have this big goal. It has to be life-changing. The actual way that this works with a manifestor is that you follow your inner creative urge in a very, it feels selfish and not in a bad way. Just in I'm doing this because I want to do it and I feel cool at doing it and I have this burst of energy with this vision, right? The manifestor energy peak is at its height right when they have the vision, when they're creating this idea, when they come up with, oh, this is what I want to do. And that's what I want you to focus on. I want you to be creative. I want you to have a big vision. And I don't want you to think about the ripple effect it will have, because the ripple effect is like a natural collateral to you living in alignment. So use this time to really nourish yourself. Try to practice peacefulness within you and in your surrounding, because that is a key aspect that will bring you all of the things your soul desires. My lovely manifesting generator, for you, the summer glow up will come through adventure, wildness, experimenting, trying shit out, because that is where you excel. So I want you to really release all of that fear of being judged, that fear of being, not able to pin down, that your curiosity stands in the way of people knowing what you're meant to be doing in life. Let go all of the ideas and concepts that you have about what other people might think about your lifestyle or the way that you want to live your life, and really go ham. I want you to go ham on your curiosities, on just that need to explore. And this can be even if you're not going anywhere exotic in the world, it could be changing up your routine. It can be trying out a new sport. It can be, applying to this new drawing class. I want you to really invest this summertime, this little break, into all of the things that excite you. I want you to do the thing that you've been thinking about doing that you haven't done because everybody's telling you, not another thing. And you're like, okay, Mia, maybe you're right. Maybe I should focus on one thing. No, you should not. You do not have to focus on one thing. If you are in a phase where you found that thing you're excited about right now and you want to deep dive into that, then do that. But if you're in a phase where you have been trying to fit into the societal norms all year long and now it's your summer break, go ham on having fun, on excitement, on eating weird things, on trying things out of your comfort zone, on joining adventures, on meeting strangers. Initiate, go up to people, just throw yourself into life and allow life to just fill you up with incredible experiences that will nourish your soul so deeply. You have such an incredible, powerful force within you that it's important that you continue to nourish your energetic aura and your frequency with these little things that bring energy into your life. So I really want you to just double down on that. Get excited about the weird shit. Stop thinking about what other people might think. Stop allowing other people's judgment of you or your perceived judgment of them interfering with trying out cool new stuff. So this can be from sports to what you're eating, your diet, your gym routine. Maybe you're discovering new things and you're looking at how to implement them in your business. Whatever it is that you do, I want you to really tap into your desire. I want you to really understand the powerfulness that exists within you. I want you to let go of the shackles of society so that you can start moving out of this place that is really driven by your sacral center, that is really driven by that desire and that force to create, to expand, to bond, to love, to enjoy. There's so much uplifting energy within you that is just waiting to be expressed, waiting to be released into the world, and you have such incredible capacity to move between the masculine and the feminine that I want you to use this time to tap into each of them, right? I want you to really focus on how it feels in your physical body. What are the things that are bringing you joy and excitement in your physical body? And when do you feel the urge to initiate it? And I want you to really be aware of how much of that initiation, how much of that hybrid manifestor that lives within you comes out of fear. How much of that need to dominate another person or take charge comes from trying to micromanage. And I want you to really release any expectations that you might have of others and create the space for others also to be able to take charge and take you to places and just fall into them, right? You have this dominance, you have this intensity, and that is incredibly seductive and very magnetic. And so the more that you move into the things that you're excited about, the more that you become unapologetic about the trillion things that you want to try, the more people will want to know what's up with this person? What are they doing? They're so shiny, they're so bright, they're so energetic. And so utilizing this time where you're not in your 9-to-5 structure, or where you're not in whatever structure that you've built for yourself, trying to fit in the mold or what society has told you you're allowed to be and not allowed to be, will help you so much to free yourself and really feed that incredible, warm, expansive, magnetic aura to pull in new experiences, new people for you to then really go after the things your soul desires. So really tapping into your nature, nurturing the things that you enjoy and that get you excited, learning something new. Maybe it's learning 5 new things this summer. You do you, juice it out. You have that energy, make the most of it, and enjoy, 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 enjoy. And last but certainly not least, my beautiful, mirroring, sensitive reflectors. So for you, dear reflector, this summer glow up is all about really learning to tune into your body and being very clear on what serves you and what doesn't serve you. Chances are that during, the rest of the year, you are mostly trying to adapt and you're in an environment where you're constantly reflecting other people, and you either have a very strong personality from your environment and your upbringing and your family that is very ingrained inside of you, or you're living with a partner and you're constantly mirroring them back. And so I want you to really tap into the sensitivity of your body. I want you to give yourself the freedom to be really emotional this summer. I want you to cry when you need to cry because you're watching the news or you're reading a book or a girlfriend, boyfriend is telling you a story. I want you to really sense how much empathy that your body and your vessel has the capacity to uphold. I want you to tap into the uniqueness that only you can savior of every individual that you meet. I want you to become incredibly mindful of your alone time. I want you to sit in your own energy and discover who it is you are. What are the qualities that make the authentic version of you, the whole version of you? I want you to be able to look at somebody and differentiate who they are from who you are. I want you to really establish a conversation with your inner self that allows you to understand where you start and the other person begins, or where one ends and you start. Because what happens is that during the year, you're constantly collecting information. And you're constantly collecting emotions. And then it can feel like you have the heaviness of the world in your energetic body. And this can create weight gain. This can create health issues. There's a bunch of things that can happen for you as a reflector if you feel you're getting teared down by just the openness of your energetic body. And even though it is your biggest tool, because it is the tool that allows you to be bullshit, and figure out who are people who are authentic and people who are not authentic, it is still often felt like this weight that you carry, right? And so you want to start differentiating and really listening to how much you're taking in, how much is yours, and how much you can actually release. And so one of the exercises that you can utilize to release energy goes like this. Anytime that you feel overwhelmed by an emotion, by a feeling, by something that is, that you feel might not be yours, that you're carrying with you, that is creating stagnation in you, I want you to name the feeling and emotion that comes up. I see you, disappointment. I see you, disappointment. I see you, disappointment. I welcome you, disappointment. I welcome disappointment into my body. And I want you to really open yourself up to that emotion. Our first reaction normally, and this is for everybody who also has an emotional authority, but I'm giving this to you as a reflector, as a tool for the summer glow up. I want you to really connect to that feeling, sense, and emotion that you have. I want you to welcome it in your body. And the more you welcome it in your body, and this is what happens to me, I start laughing because I feel like I'm stupid doing this exercise. But the interesting thing is that when we don't create resistance and when we don't try to protect ourselves from outside influence, outside conditioning, and we open ourselves up, it actually removes the polarization of the emotion, and so the energy won't get stuck within us, and it has a greater capacity to be released, right? This is incredibly important for all of our open energy centers, but especially for the reflector. Since you have all of the open energy centers, this is a great exercise before you go into your hermit mode and you're sitting with yourself mode, or you're trying to emptying out and get back to that clean white canvas so that you can really figure out what you want, what you like, who you are, what you're about, without having all of this external influence from being conditioned in certain environments and certain people, by mirroring back to them, which is your purpose. But we want to also have that time within yourself. You can always come back to this exercise and cleanse any energy that you have picked up that doesn't belong to you, so that you can reassess all of your energy centers and really find that internal connection with your soul energetic self. If you've enjoyed this video and you like the information, please subscribe to my channel, share it with anybody who you think this information could be useful for, like the video, it helps me so much, and please leave a comment below for me to know what other questions you have, if this information was useful, what are you going through, and give me all of the juice. Thank you so much for being here, thank you so much for watching, it means the world, and remember, I don't care what anybody says, I love you.